How exciting have the last few days been confirming all this news?
Yeah, exciting. It's nice to be able to confirm it. It's nice to be able to share it with family and friends. It's obviously a really massive moment, and it's a privilege. But as assistants now, it's time for us to sort of sit back down and allow the group that's there to do the fantastic job they're going to do this year for the team. So it's been a special couple of days, and now we look forward to the Chiefs.
How tricky has the past few weeks with this All Blacks process going on in the background? How tricky has it been?
Not tricky at all. Absolutely been focused on my role here at the Crusaders, and that'll continue to be that way.
What is it you'll bring the All Blacks, Scott? Can you tell the wider public? We know that you've coached in Leicester and the Sunwolves and everything like that. Is that all part of the melting pot and what you can bring to the All Blacks? Yeah,
well, just my experience around international rugby. I understand the mentality and physicality that's involved in international rugby. My personality around defence and my belief in what a defence can do to influence a game.
Have you been in prolonged discussions with Razer about this? Can you give us an idea of when it was sort of...
No, honestly, the conversations have been totally around, like they would have been in all the super franchises, around their commitment and what needs to be done in those franchises. There's a lot of time in between where we are now and where we'll be then. So it's about focusing on where we are, and now the respect goes back to the group that's there, and it's given for them to do the job that they need to do.
For yourself, when did you start coaching? I think back to when Linwood, and I remember speaking to Ian Franks once, and he said he bounced a lot of ideas and that sort of thing off you. Did it start with you then, or way before then, Scott? When did you really get your hands on into this industry?
No, I started my coaching at club, and like all coaches, it was just about giving back to the game and sharing some experiences with the players there. And my bounce from club to provincial to super to international. So I'm grateful for that pathway and what my clubs have given me, a loyal Linwood man, and they've given me the opportunity. It wasn't so long ago I was sitting in the stands watching Robbie Deans for 2 years, watching the Crusaders, and it wasn't based around the belief that one day I'd be a Crusader coach. It was based around going back to Linwood and hopefully be able to share some of those activities and help them grow their game. It's always been my focus.
What do you love about coaching? What is it?
Just the ability to work with people that want to be better, sharing, working with people that are inspired around what they do. It's a privilege to come to work with people that focus and try and be their best.
Did you always believe you could get there? Was this always your aim, to be part of the All Black coaching team?
My aim, Leslie, was always to be the best I could for the group that was in front of me, and that won't change.
It's always exciting when you put pen to a paper on a new job. Did you do anything to celebrate?
Honestly, I need to, and I will down the line. It's just been focusing on what we're doing now. But my wife and I, sooner or later, will go out and we'll share a glass of champagne or the like, and we will. I think it's important to do that. Everyone's telling me to do that, but honestly, we haven't done that yet. So, as I said, the focus is on a big occasion this weekend against the Chiefs, and then when I get a little bit of time, I do feel that's a moment that as a family we will celebrate.
Leon spoke about, there's already been some sort of, brainstorming on how you guys feel like you can get the All Blacks to be their absolute best. Is that fair to say you guys have already had some discussions?
I'm sure there's been conversations with Razer and his assistants, so I haven't been involved with the assistants regarding that. And again, it's just the understanding of where we are and where we need to be around our week and what that looks like here for me at the Crusaders.
How much importance is on this week? It's an unbeaten Chiefs team.
We need it. We need this game. The Chiefs are the best team in the competition at the moment. So we need this game to see where we're at. Our players need this game around seeing where their game's at. And we'll learn a lot from this game.
What do you like working with Razer, Scott? What's the real appeal there? He said earlier this week he likes it because you challenge him around selections and that sort of thing. Can you give your insight?
One of Razer's many strengths is his ability to let people do what they're best at and give them space to do it. So freedom really is giving someone the space that they need to do their job, and he does that really well. He's a very caring person. He's very holistic around the care around the group, and it's not just rugby. It's a massive strength of Razer's. It's something I really enjoy doing, coming to work with them. And we do have the ability to challenge each other, and that's important.
Okay. Is it easy to do, to challenge a head coach? I mean, some assistants I know have spoken to say, well, you have to be a bit wary around it.
With the skillful challenges. you know your lane,
Yeah.
and you know the personalities that each other have. But what's it about? It's always about what's best for the team. It's always about what's best for the team.
Just one last one from me. Will you assist Japan at the World Cup like you did in 2019, or are you just going to be focusing solely on the All Blacks?
No, my role's committed to the Crusaders and now the All Blacks.
Obviously, this Crusaders team means a lot to you. In that whole process, did you ever give thought, was it something you had to weigh up about potentially staying here and going for that head coach role?
I'm really proud of my time here at the Crusaders. I love this place. So there were conversations around what my future looked like, and they were conversations I needed to have. The exciting thing for the Crusaders is they will get some new blood in with some new energy, and they'll continue to grow this group.
So you did think about it? You did think about it?
I'm human.
Question from my colleague. He just wants to clarify, did you play for the Marist club in Christchurch under Des Hansen? Did he have an influence on you, or what other coaches have left their mark with you?
I've come through the Marist, and which is now the Marist Albion club. I had a strong relationship with Des Hansen. I used to go and spend a lot of time with Des. Steve used to answer the door, and I'd walk past Steve to talk to Des, because he was very caring in his time and his guidance around me. Shag at the time was the All Black coach, and then we'd sit down at the end of that conversation and have a cup of tea together. I was very, very privileged with the people that have looked after me through my coaching, whether it be a Des Hansen, a Steve Hansen, a Wayne Smith, and Ian Mallard. Many, many more have taken a lot of care and time for me, and over the last number of days I've sat back and thought about them a lot.
Can I just ask, news coming out of Toulon this morning that Leicester's talks with them are well advanced. Can you update us on that at all?
No, sorry, I've got no comment on that or understanding.
I think that's everything.
Oh,
Thank you.
Is that us? We're not talking about Sammy's 350?
Well, we're getting him, aren't we?
We are
Oh,
getting
yeah.
after this, yeah,
Yeah.
but you want to say some words on it.
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge Sammy, if you don't mind. I know you guys are going to talk to him. Very, very special man, special Crusader, and a legend of the game, I believe. The decisions he's had with Hannah, his lovely wife, that they've made and committed to New Zealand, have been fantastic. He's a great servant of the game. For him to reach 350, isn't it? Professional games is an unreal achievement, and this weekend I hope we can put in performance that makes him proud.
you tried to get another year or two out of him?
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Probably still be able to do it.
We're still on top of his game, so yeah. But I just want to acknowledge that, guys, because he's a pretty special man, and I know you're going to talk to him shortly, and he's coming out here now. Don't tell him I said that.